What's going on, guys? So check this thing out. Picked this up at Sam's Club yesterday. You know, I was just walking through the aisles like everyone does, and all of a sudden you see something on an end cap and you're like, that is pretty dang cool. It is a creeper with a creeper on top of it. So this thing is really smooth. I don't know who carries 6 cans of beer with them. I don't really know what those are for. Maybe detailing. That's probably what I'm thinking, because they're certainly pretty large to be drink holders. But if you're going to use something like this and you're going to be detailing a car, or if you have, you know, cans of spray lubricant and stuff like that, you know, the 6 little holders going around it probably would work out pretty well. I thought it was going to be a lot more difficult to put together than it was, and it actually turned out to be pretty simple. It was really just putting the, I guess you would say, the casters into the crossbars and then the other bars across the bottom, getting all that fast, and everything else kind of just plugged into place. It is cool though. It's got these removable trays on the end. You just lift up like that, you take out, which means if you're going to load it up with the gear you need, it's going to be really simple. And then the creeper on top simply comes off, and it has its own set of casters, so you can roll this around as well. This material is super dense material. It's cushiony, just it's going to take a while to break that in. Overall though, this is going to be really cool. Now I have the big red little stool over there. I have all sorts of creepers, but this one rolls really smooth. I gotta say that I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of this thing. If you go by Sam's Club and you're looking for something like this, you might want to check it out. Like I said, not too expensive, and it gives you a lot of functionality, especially if you want to take this bad boy off right here and you really want to get low to the ground, or if you're just pulling this around because you have tools and things that you need to move to different areas. But yeah, that is pretty dang cool, and like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a ton of use out of this thing. What do you guys think? I love how you can access everything really nice and easily. It's got a little tray under there if you need to put little parts and pieces under there as well. For a detailer, I could see this being like perfect for someone who's working low around a vehicle, around a trailer, stuff like that. I could also see this thing coming in super handy. Okay, so today's video is not really about this. I just happened to put this together and I was out in the shop today trying to clean it up a little bit. I got stuff laying out everywhere. That said, today's to talk about some announcements that have been out for a little while now regarding Ram and Ford. We got the 450 parked right over there. And the big announcement from Ford is the fact that they've now introduced a Platinum Plus series to the lineup of trucks. Now, Ford does some really weird things with their trim packages. Sometimes they'll do an entire overhaul. Sometimes they'll do a pretty deep mid-cycle refresh like they did from like the 2017 to the 2020 model year, where they changed the headlights out, they changed the taillights out. For 2023, they went to a much larger screen. It may have been 22, but I think it was 23. They went to a much larger screen in preparation for the new body style, which is the 23-24 model. Whenever you think of upgrades or mid-cycle refreshes, you typically think of things that are really substantial. What Ford did, I think, was more in response to the fact that they're not producing trucks quick enough for the demand people have. I know folks who are still waiting on their 2024 model who ordered it over a year ago, and then who ordered a 23 over a year before that but had to cancel it because it just took too long and it rolled into 24. If I hadn't found this truck, I would still be waiting for mine because my truck still hadn't started production yet. I haven't gotten any information other than we haven't forgotten about you. And obviously the dealer didn't cancel the order for my 450 because I'm still getting notified, and they're probably wanting to take whatever allocations they can get. The problem we're running into now is that Ford realizes, at least this is my gut feeling, they realize that at this point they need to come up with a package that gets people the trim they want, minus some of the things that are harder to get unless you opt for a different package. So they have a Platinum and a Platinum Plus. I think out of all the announcements, that was the biggest one, other than the fact that they're bringing Ruby Red back. That was a crazy, strange hiatus for like 4 years. They canceled Ruby Red, they went to Rapid Red, and they're bringing Ruby Red back, which is super awesome because it's my favorite color, even though it's pretty much the same as Rapid Red, just slightly different. I guess if you're better with colors, you would probably be able to notice the difference side by side, but I don't think people really could tell much of a difference. I think Rapid Red was just a tint lighter. Anyways, when we're talking about what Ford's been able to do with the Super Duty, it's actually been pretty profound. Whether you hate Super Duty or not, I think a lot of people realize that it's a very desirable truck. It's probably one of the best-selling, if not the best-selling, heavy-duty full-size pickup truck. Now, one of the struggles Ford had was being able to get all the features that people were speccing into their trucks when they were ordering them, such as even wheels or little things that were holding up production on their trucks. And a lot of the higher trim trucks, your Lariats, your Platinums, your King Ranches, and your Limiteds, were being delayed because they couldn't get one component or another component. And I feel this mid-cycle refresh, which really doesn't change much. It's added a few color tones to some of the vehicles. It's added a few, really that's it, color tones. Not a heck of a lot of advancements in terms of features or technology. It's all pretty much the same. But what they've done is they've taken Platinum and they've separated it into two categories now. Platinum and Platinum Plus. And again, the reason I feel that they've done this is because they've realized that if we make a Platinum, we can take some of the features off that people normally have been speccing into their Platinums for 23 and 24, and we make them optional now. So it really puts them in a better position to actually manufacture and produce these trucks quicker, because now if you want Platinum Plus and you want these extra features, some of those features may take longer to procure, some of those features may be more difficult to get in stock, some of those features may be holding up production. So now that we have a Platinum series, and the Platinum series doesn't have some of those features that, again, people were just speccing into their Platinum Plus trucks, like the high output diesel engine standard. They are now offering a package that's easier for people to get, which should, in my opinion, speed up production. That's what my feeling is. I don't know if that's exactly what's happening, but my gut tells me the only reason some of the changes that they've announced are taking place are mainly because they're trying to get production increased so orders can get fulfilled and customers who've been waiting on these higher trim vehicles can actually get the vehicle they've been waiting for. And I have a whole list of what those features are for 2025. So, these are the key highlights. Best-in-class performance. 2025 Super Duty offers best-in-class available horsepower, 500 horsepower, 1,200 pound-feet of torque. That's unchanged. 40,000 pound maximum tow capacity. That's unchanged. 8,000 pound maximum payload capacity. Again, that's unchanged. Now, to get the 40,000 pound tow capacity and the 8,000 pound maximum payload capacity, you're not getting a high-trim truck. You're getting a base model work truck, crew cab, long bed, two-wheel drive truck. Some of their crew cab, like my 450 over there in a high trim package, they still have really crazy high towing capacities like 36,000 pounds. But to get that magical 40,000 pound tow capacity and 8,000 pound payload, you're going to have to go to a work truck, long bed, regular cab. That's a two-door truck in two-wheel drive configuration, relatively stripped out. Actually very stripped out, but still with all the goodies that you typically get standard on any new Super Duty. New Platinum Plus package elevates the Super Duty experience with premium exterior and interior features, including smoked truffle interior. Updated styling, Platinum trim offers a new black onyx cabin with platinum blue accents, painted black grille and new tailgate insert, body colored door handles. New exterior colors now include avalanche and ruby red metallic tinted clear coat. So yes, they brought ruby red back. Advanced trailering technology. It bundles their auxiliary camera, individual trailer tire pressure monitoring systems. Again, these are all features that were optional. You have your Bliss with trailer coverage, Ford Pro vehicle integration if you want all that, assembled in the US. So whenever we talk about really what you're getting is that Platinum Plus is simply a current model Platinum spec'd out with features that you could already build it with. And if you want a standard Platinum, it's basically going to include less of those features, but it's still going to be a Platinum trim. You're probably still going to get the same headlights with, adaptive leveling and steering and all of that stuff. You're going to get a lot of features that were probably holding up production of Platinum trucks currently. And if you want them, you're going to have to opt for a Platinum Plus trim. And I think the goal here might be that they're simply trying to get more people into a regular Platinum now with a few of those features not available. and it speeds up production so people can actually get their trucks. That's what my theory is. What do you think it is? I'd love to know. You know, like I said, it's very, very difficult for people to get the trucks that they've ordered today, and I think Ford is just trying to improve that process, but I'd love to hear from you all what your feedback is on it. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, drop a comment below, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk to you again very soon.